Hey, what's up guys? My name is Scotty. For today's video, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. Something that I didn't think I was gonna do, but I thought this might be great to help out some people and just kind of share something that I went through. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the show Catfish. Basically, the show is about this guy named Neve. He met this girl online, they met up in person, and he found out that she pretended to be somebody else. The show is a very great show. It is so real. I think a lot of people can relate to it, and I can also say that I can relate myself to the show as well. Alright, so this is my story, my catfish experience, something that I did not like at all. Alright, so this all happened around last year, the beginning of December in 2012. This is what happened. I was just on my phone and there's this app called Jacked. Basically what Jacked is like a social app for gay guys, I guess you can say. So I was just like browsing through and just kind of like scrolling down and seeing who was online. And so I came across this guy who lives 2 to 3 towns over from me, which is kind of like an hour and 30-minute drive, because it kind of tells you like how many miles you live apart. And his profile picture was a picture of him shirtless holding a fish. His description, well, his about me says that if you want to get to know me, ask more, or some stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't really expect nothing out of it, and so I kind of just like messaged him saying, hey, what's up, what's going on? And in my surprise, he messaged me back and was like, hey cutie, what's up? I don't know, for some reason I was kind of like surprised, I guess. I don't know, just I didn't really expect him to like message me back. And so we kind of like exchange a few words back and forth, just like, oh hey, where you're from, or you're in college, do you have a job, and you know, just I guess just trying to get to know each other. About 5 minutes into a conversation, I guess, I was like, can I get a face picture of you? So he sent me a few face pictures of himself. My first impression of his pictures were like, wow, this guy is very cute. Then one of the pictures that he sent was a picture with a girl, and so I asked, oh hey, is that your best friend? And he was telling me that's actually my girlfriend who I recently broke up with. And so I was like, oh okay, so are you bisexual? And he was telling me yes. For some reason I was just kind of like, oh okay, that's kind of hot actually, because like the guys that I'm into are the guys who are masculine and manly, I guess. So this is the picture of himself, and the girl that's in his picture is his ex-girlfriend. And then there's one right here as well, you know, very handsome white guy, nice smile. And then there's one over here as well, and then here's another picture of him right there. And yeah, and here is a picture of him and of course his ex-girlfriend. That was like the first thing that like made me have interest in him. And so we kind of like exchanged a few more words, and then he gave me his number. So I texted him. I'm not much of a big texter. I'm the kind of person who likes to talk on the phone for 2 reasons. I had the nerves to call him. One is because I really was like, dude, this guy is cute. And 2 is because I like to hear their voice and see what it sounds like, you know. And so I heard his voice, and whenever he said the first few words, I was just kind of like, okay, wow, his voice is kind of different but manly. Also, I couldn't really match the voice with the face, but then as he kept talking, I kept imagining his face and listening to his voice at the same time, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. I was kind of like saying stuff like, maybe we can FaceTime or Skype sometimes. He just kind of got quiet, he kind of hesitated, and so I was like, alright, so ... and he's like, well, I don't have an iPhone. Okay, but when we were texting, the text messages, like the bubbles are blue. So like that was the first thing that I noticed. And then he told me that he was on his iPod. I mean, but an iPod doesn't have a number. That didn't really click in my mind, you know. Well, maybe we can Skype through the computer. And he was telling me how he has an old like a Dell laptop which does not have a webcam on it. And then I was like, okay, that's reasonable, because not a lot of people have stuff that is like up to date. I just kind of like ignored all those things, and I was asking him for more pictures just because I wanted to like make sure that he was the guy in the picture. And the pictures he was sending me were kind of like a nice quality, I guess. I don't know, it was just like, it kind of looks like it, but it kind of doesn't. So I don't know, everything in my mind was kind of like, okay, this guy is very cute, he sounds genuine. He also mentioned to me that he also goes to my university. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys this, but around that time we were on a winter break from first semester of college, and so he was in Baton Rouge, which is the town where he's from. He was visiting families, and so he said he was gonna come back to UL, which is where I go to, and he was telling me how he's gonna be coming back for the second semester, which is the spring semester. Okay, so I have the chance to meet this guy. Why not pursue this thing that we have going on? So we kind of just like talk day by day. 2 to 3 weeks into this thing that we got going on, I would call him and he would call me on the way to work. I would like kind of like talk to him before I go into work, and he was like very sweet. I don't know, it just seemed so real, and I was kind of like falling for this guy. We also started calling each other babe, so I would be like, hey babe, I miss you, and he'd be like, babe, what are you doing? Hearing him saying babe, it's just a good feeling, you know. Pretty sure you guys know that. And so one day the anticipation was just like building up. I only see this guy in pictures. Babe, you don't have like a friend or something who has an iPhone or like a webcam or something? And you know, every time I kind of mentioned that to him, he was just kind of like, oh no babe, I'm sorry, you know, blah blah blah, I'm busy, or I'm not really with my friends all the time, and stuff like that. He was just kind of like avoiding the subject. I don't like to be that annoying person or pushing him to do something that he doesn't want to do, so I was just kind of like, alright, whatever, that's cool, you know, maybe next time. One time he told me that he was going fishing with his friends. He'll wake up 5 in the morning to go fishing, and he also told me that he'll send me pictures. So we'll see if he really does go fishing and if he really is gonna send me a picture. I was asleep at the time, and I realized I got the text message at around 5:03ish in the morning, and I looked at the text message and it was a picture of him in like a purple polo shirt holding a fish up, and here is the picture that he sent me of him fishing. That picture right there proved to me that this guy is definitely real. He told me that he was gonna go fishing around 5 in the morning, and he sent me a picture around 5 in the morning. And so I was like, alright, you know what, let me drop down my doubts and forget about it. I'm gonna meet this guy when the time comes. Alright, so at this point I was falling hard for this guy. Just a feeling that I never had in a long time. At this time it was kind of like around Christmas, and so I wanted to get something for him. I decided to go to the store and buy like a blue button-down Ralph Lauren shirt with like a $90 leather wallet that was like legit, because I was very happy, you know, and I was like buying things for this guy before I even met him. He was like, you know, just talking to you makes me happy. I kind of like liked him more after that, just the fact that, you know, he wants me and not those materialistic things. And so New Year's came around, but you know what, I'm just gonna save that for the second video, which is the part 2. Hopefully you guys can follow up on my second part and find out what happened to me. Thanks for watching, and definitely subscribe for my second part.